So now we're moving on to the last couple of events of the day, and they're fun events. They're celebratory events. So I'm going to invite Larry from ESRIC up onto the stage because we're going to have the Startup Support Program, the 5th edition, and we're going to have the results of this. So Larry obviously led that pitch competition in the other room, and we will also invite to the stage all of the participants. So I'm just going to give you a microphone and I'm going to call up all of the participants. We have a number here. We have Ophelia Space from Malaysia. That is Sebastian Asprella and Razlan Dalir Hamdan, who is not present, but we do have Sebastian present. Then we have from Dow Energy, based in the Netherlands, we have Peter Driesen. We have Immensis from Germany, Pascal Koch, Juan de Freitas and David Frey. And you can all line up along the stage because we'll have a lot of people coming to the stage. So if you can line up in front of the chairs, that would be wonderful. We have Interstellar Mapping from the UK. That's represented by Andrew Hazelton. Mirores Mining Data Services from Poland, Jakub Slezla. Excuse my mispronunciation there. And Sumit Goski. And Polymac Space from Turkey and Germany, Suleiman Sahilar, Roderick from RULH, and Roderick Rule, rather, and Frank Koch and Bupe Kasanya. So they are the people that we have. We have six pitch teams. Larry, tell us about it.
So those are the cohorts for the phase 1 from the Startup Support Program. They come from all around the world. In fact, they had a 3-month pre-incubation here in Luxembourg. They have been assisted by multiple experts from all around the world. As I usually say, we cannot do it alone. We are open for partnerships, for support, technical support, business support, and so on. So they're all here today. And we thank them all, in fact, for that, for being part of this intense competition. I would say, what I used to say is that we would be happy to select them all, but there is always a budget constraint. But the most important is that the future of the space resource business is there, in fact. And a big applause for all the team before announcing who is getting selected for the phase 2. That's very important for them, please.
And what I would like all of them to do, because not all of us were present at the pitch competition, is for one representative from each group to just say in 1 or 2 sentences what you do.
Thank you. Do we have 10 minutes plus Q&A?
No, you do not. You have 1 minute.
Okay. First of all, thank you for everyone. We have begun this process 3 years ago with Space Resources course, thanks to Angel here, and also Catherine Handler, and also Larry Juko. We had a very good process. We learned so many things, and I hope everyone will benefit from it. Thank you so much.
No, you have to say what you do. That was the question. What do you do?
Okay, what do you do?
In one minute.
Okay, hi, I'm Rod. So Polymac Industrial has 50 years experience in handling bulk solids. So we joined this to bring this knowledge to space. So we have a patented regolith conveying system that will not block. That's important. It's fail-proof. It was presented here, I think, on Tuesday. And we also provide a system for regolith preheating and sieving. That is what we joined this competition for. Thank you very much.
Very good 1 minute. Excellent. What do you do? Who are you and what do you do?
You might know from questions and from the talk last year. Last year we've presented in a science session, here in a plenary session. Today we are here as a startup because we are a spin-off of 2 research institutes. We are called Mirores, and we are providing far infrared spectrometers to search for or minerals and other resources such as water, ice, oxygen, sulfur on the surface of the moon and also on Earth. So this is what we do and what we will do in the next decade.
Thank you very much. Oh, right. You come with your own microphone. Perfect.
So, hi everybody, who I am. I'm Sebastian, serial entrepreneur, addicted to the grind, helping the guys from Aphilia. And the applications that Aphilia is focusing on are, on one hand, lunar applications, powering the infrastructure on the moon, but also we are diversifying in terrestrial applications, primarily powering drones for harvesting operations, as well as defense applications around radar and a few other things as well. Thank you.
So hi audience, I'm Pascal Koch, CEO of Immensus. We are developing autonomous subsurface exploration rovers. You can use these rovers to get three-dimensional subsurface maps of geological layering and geotechnical parameters. And we want to enter the terrestrial market with this system, mining, construction, infrastructure projects, and in the long run also bring this system to the moon. Thank you.
Yes, hello, my name is Peter. I set up Dow Energy in 2020 with Beatrice Jones. She's dialed in from Australia. And we come from the oil and gas sector, and we believe we can use best practices, methodologies, and software for prospect assessments, so resource evaluations, risk and volume assessments, and bring geological de-risking to the space sector, so lunar or Martian prospecting.
So I'm Andrew Hazelden. I'm representing Interstellar Mapping. You probably met Nick as well over the last few days, but he's down in Amsterdam today. So we do lunar thermal modeling. You've seen our banner out the front. You know, the very, very quick pitch is anybody who's planning to put anything on the lunar surface, we can help dial in the requirements for your components and also help with risk avoidance for any infrastructure that's planning to go on the lunar surface. And if you're interested in resources, we can help locate where water is, and also more importantly, Nick has 20 years of oil and gas experience where water isn't. So that's also just as important for picking your landing sites. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And with that, you have the microphone back, and Catherine's going to join us back on the stage, and you're going to announce the winner.
Thanks, Jerry.
Yes.
Thank you.
Drum roll.
Thanks. So I think it's been a really, really interesting cohort. Just a word on the Startup Support Program. When we started this in 2022, it was around about the time I started ESRIC that we started. This is now our fifth cohort. I think we didn't expect it to kind of continue from strength to strength. It's been a real testament to the work of Larry and Olivier from Technoport, but also to the wealth of ideas and motivation and excitement in this field. So I'd like to congratulate all of our startups for participating. Now, I need to announce one. It's not a winner. There's no losers here. So it's not so much a winner, but the startup that has been selected to go into phase 2 of our program, and that is full incubation in Technoport in Luxembourg. And that startup is Polymac Space. Of course, if I can just continue for a second, Larry, sorry. I don't normally hog the mic. But what I did want to say is actually what's really been a strength of the Startup Support Program is the networks that we create as well. So for our startups that weren't selected to go into incubation in Technoport, we continue to maintain those relationships. You can see from, I was talking to Astroport earlier, and that momentum continues over the years. So I think it's, like I say, a real strength that the program builds these cohorts, these networks, and we look forward to continuing it in the future.
Thank you.
And that's it. So please congratulate them all. They really did great.
Congratulations to everybody. But I do think we will need Polymac in the center for some photos. Yes, Gabriella is exactly saying the same thing in action form. So first of all, could we have, I think, Gabriella, you want everybody for a photo? So first of all, let's have everybody for a photo, a little bit of stage management here. You can do the handshakes afterwards. Photo first, everybody, thank you very much. So line up nicely. Larry, you need to be in the photo.
Yeah, we'll be this.
And, oh, Angel. Angel, you are being called to the stage. I think you are being called a few times to the stage. So congratulations to all of the winners. And to everybody, as Catherine said. Thank you. And then we'll probably have a photo with Polymac and Catherine and Angel. You're desperate to leave the stage, Angel, but I think they want you in the photo with Polymac as well. Thank you. So Larry, Polymac, and Catherine, a photo. I think they want a photo with you. Yeah, he's leaving with sign sealed and delivered. And Angel. Okay. So we're nearly at the end of the day. I hope you've made new contacts. I hope that you've had a good time here in Luxembourg, seen a little bit of sunshine. We have had good weather outside, even though we've been inside all of the time. Thank you, Larry. Everybody's just leaving the stage. Catherine, I'm pretty sure you're meant to be on the stage. Oh, yes, you're coming back. So she opened, she will end it. From my side, thank you so much. It's been my pleasure to be with you all again. Thank you so much. And I leave the final words to Catherine.
Thank you very much. Sorry, let me just organise myself. I have a couple of jobs to do, so I have one job first, and then we'll have some closing remarks. Firstly, we have the post. Is this working? Hello, there we go. So, firstly, the poster competition. The strategic placement of the posters, I think, was very strong. I saw lots of interest in the posters this year, and a huge amount of effort goes into those, so I'm very pleased about that. We have our usual poster competition. This year, as always, we had a very elaborate scoring system based loosely on Eurovision. I started with a reference to the Eurovision Song Contest. I end with a reference to the Eurovision Song Contest. For you, Jerry. So there was a mixture of public vote and a expert jury vote. I have 3 poster competition winners. Now, at this stage, usually it's a case of let's see who's here. It's a test of who's here. So 4, they're in no particular order. It's not first, second, and third. We are just poster awards. So the 3 best posters go to Miguel Albino in fundamental research. I'll read more. And then we have David Frey for infrastructure technology. And finally, Abhimanyu Shanbag for exploration technology. Well done to the winners of the posters. Like I say, it was a hybrid mixing judging session, and yours were judged to be the best. So off you go. Thank you very much. So we're almost at the end. I just have half an hour. No. So thanks for staying to the end. It feels like both 5 minutes ago and 5 months ago that I stood up here and gave the opening address. It's been intense. It always is intense, but in a really delightful way. Thanks to all of you for staying to the end and for coming to Luxembourg. It's been we had glorious sunshine. We've been in this wonderful venue. And I think if we reflect on where we have come, even in a year, even since we met here in March last year, we've come a long way. I feel like we've made huge progress. We've heard this year from companies that have landed or are about to land on the moon. We've heard from Intuitive Machines, we heard from Firefly, we've heard from iSpace, who are on the way to the moon. So we've heard from people who are actually on the moon and doing genuine activities on the moon. We've heard from businesses with pictures. We had the really packed UN session, the legal and regulatory session on Monday afternoon down in the delegates room. We've had a host of research talks from fundamentals through to applications. And I think it's really testament to our field as we continue to mature that the standard really is increasing. James Carpenter and I were reflecting, again, we always do this, I think, every year. We were reflecting on that 2018 meeting and laughing about, you know, the 5-minute talks, the array of people, and how many are still in the sector. I turned up as an academic from mineral processing, not really knowing the space sector, and having, with a skip in my step as I walked through the gates of ESTEC in Netherlands at being at ESA. And we look at how far we've come. Everything's become more rigorous, more solid. The research is getting better. We are maturing as a sector. One of the things that we set out to discuss at this meeting was next steps. What do we need to do next? And while we see this kind of this gradual, this very, very solid progression forward in our sector, it's also clear that there are still a lot of gaps. I think one thing that we would all benefit from is more data. We know this. It would be useful to have more data to inform the technologies, to inform our decisions. It would be useful to have more evidence and more experience of operating on the moon. These are the things that would really progress us and things we should be looking for in the next few years. But overall, we continue to come together as a community and work through this really broad field to try and make sense of what is more gaps than knowledge. There's a few things that I would like to, actually, as we come to the end, I think there's some thanks to be made. I think it's been a really interesting meeting. We've had lots of discussions, actually the timekeeping, firstly, the timekeeping has been excellent. So well done to everyone for timekeeping. I think you can all be very proud of yourselves. I've been reflecting that it's felt quite relaxed this year. I think it's felt quite relaxed because we have been on time and there's been plenty of time for questions and answers during the sessions, and that's been a real joy, so well done everyone on the timekeeping. But also, we can reflect on a really successful event again as we come together and discuss space resources and the future of space resources. But my final words are some thanks. So, I would like to thank some people who have made this happen. I said at the beginning, 5 minutes, 5 months, at the beginning, at the opening session, that we don't throw this thing together. It takes a huge amount of effort to put together this event. So firstly, the thanks to Gregory Fornell and the team at the European Convention Centre, Luxembourg, for really hosting us, making us feel at home and putting on all of this event, so thank you to them. And to Apex, the tech team who sit at the back, but have kept everything running. It's been very smooth this year, and also the screen is marvelous. I don't think we can ever go back to a projector. So I think we've created problems for ourselves. But thank you very much to the venue and the tech team. I would also like to thank Lisa for holding everything together with such great aptitude, as always. Thanks, Lisa. And for our sponsors. I said at the beginning we had 19 sponsors, so thanks to the sponsors. The tech demo area, which was new this year, I think was a wonderful innovation, so I look forward to seeing more tech demos in the future. And then also our organisers. So I'd like to thank the support that we received from the European Space Agency and from the Luxembourg Space Agency and from Luxembourg Institute of Science and Technology. The ESRIC team has been busy behind the scenes. You might not have seen them, but they were there. So it's been a real team effort, and I think I hope that you have all enjoyed kind of a smooth organisation. I don't think one necessarily sees. If you don't see the work behind the scenes, I think that's a good thing. It shows it was successful. But there are two people I would like to thank in particular who really have put this whole thing together. It's been an enormous effort, and they have done a marvellous job, very much often behind the scenes. So firstly, I would like to thank Crystal Petitfield from LIST. She's been the gatekeeper of the conference. She was certainly the gatekeeper at the drinks last night. Crystal, thank you so much for all your efforts. Very much appreciated. And last but very much not least, we have Esric's Gabriella Vassalli. Gabriella, where are you? Yeah. Now, Gabby started at Esric in November. We are now more or less 6 months after, so I think she's come to the end of the probation period. And she's been really, really behind everything. You will have received lots of emails from her. You will have received lots of chasing emails and more chasing emails and more chasing emails. So she's really been instrumental in putting this event together in only 6 months in the job. So I think she really deserves a round of applause. Thank you, Gabby. So that's it from me. A couple of notes. I think there's more coffee outside after this. There is our early career research event tomorrow, which is at LIST down in Bellevaux. If you register for that, you should have received information by email. That is by and for early career researchers. I hear a lot of discussion about what opportunities there are for early career researchers, and that this event is to really discuss that and give the opportunity for further discussion and networking. But that's it from us. I'd like to thank you all again for participating in Space Resources Week once again, and I look forward to seeing you all sometime next year. Thank you.